Hi, this is Karen Knutson with Holstein World. We're sitting on the shores of Lake Carmen in northern Vermont. We're visiting with Sue Brown today, who's farm manager of Lylehaven. You might have remembered earlier this spring that we did a virtual farm tour of Lylehaven, and we saw some of the cows and some of the facilities and asked Sue some questions about the bulls that she was using. Part 2 of our interview with Sue will be on merchandising. She's got all the pieces in place. Now what? What does she do with it all? So, Sue, thanks for joining us today. My first question for you is, what is your personal goal when an animal leaves the farm for a sale?
To hope that she does everything that she potentially can do and to make them money, because there's no reason to buy animals if they're not going to make money, because that's what we're in the business for.
And it's okay with you if the next person that buys an animal from you makes more money than you do, or promotes that animal and more people know her at a different farm?
Because that makes us more money every day of the week. When you sell a good one, it goes on to make even more strides than you ever imagined, then it's a win-win situation for everybody.
When you decide to consign an animal to a sale, is there any work that you need to do ahead of time to get the animal ready? And if so, why is that important?
Absolutely, because when you walk down through a 50 or 60 animal sale consignments and yours doesn't stand out, their hair coats are dull, they have ringworm, their feet aren't trimmed, people walk on by them. Yours want to stand out. So when people, they want to see them and they really want them to be halter broken and they want them eating and they want them to look healthy. All of that happens at home.
And you think that adds value to her price tag at the end of the sale?
I don't know if it always adds value, but it's the kind of consignment that I want when they go to a sale.
Do you think there's any value in taking pictures?
Absolutely.
In your opinion, is it worth it to have a photographer show up to your place more than once a year?
We will take pictures as many times as we need to, because all animals in different stages of lactation look better, and we'll even try, if we don't get a good picture the first time, we'll try again, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. And that helps sell the animal and the cow family.
So that leads into advertising, both print and internet. Is it a necessary part of your program?
Yes. And I think the internet plays a larger and larger role, and that's one reason why we're doing this video, is because people don't get the opportunity to travel as much to the farm and sign guest books and look at people's animals, because we're so overextended in all the work that we do now. So I think it's a great way for people to see what's really happening at the farm and why we're doing it.
Getting back to sale consignments, do you let the great ones go sometimes, even if they don't particularly bring the price you had hoped for?
Yes.
And how hard is that?
It's very hard, but you have to accept the fact that that's what the market value was for those animals that day. You try to do the most preparation that you can and get the word out to other people. And we have to promote our own animals. You can't rely on everyone else to do your own promotions. You have to promote your animals yourself. The sales manager has their roles in this, but it also helps that if you help the sales manager along, it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Do you follow up with buyers after you make a sale, and why is that an important thing?
Yes, we do follow up with buyers. If the animal hadn't been pictured or the dam hadn't been pictured of the animal, then we try to get pictures to them, because that all helps in making them money with their sale animals. And it helps them so that they can do advertising and promoting of the animal.
I would guess it would also help them keeping up to date on the family members that are still at your house and that kind of thing?
It does. And that promotes the whole family. And that's what we're in the business for. I've always said it's the next calf coming that makes the farm what it is.
Are breeding decisions that you make today done so with the thought in mind of, hey, I could be selling this animal in the near future?
Always.
And how does that affect Sire Selection then?
Now more than ever, Sire Selection's a little trickier, because at the end of the day, you want to have something that's merchandisable and not just another heifer out in the heifer shed. So I mean, you still have to look at the numbers, the sire stack, and what at the time looks like it's going to be marketable later on. I mean, we all make mistakes, and we just have to live with those mistakes. But I mean, every animal, you know, we try with the goal to make another great one, but it doesn't always happen. Sometimes you just have to get the animal pregnant. So that's the way it goes. If it's a Jersey bull, it's a Jersey bull. Or Hereford.
This is true. Do you have any final comments on your merchandising at Lylehaven?
I think you have to stick with it. You can't rely on the last one that's going to keep carrying you. You have to keep moving forward. You can't look back. Everything is a learning experience. It's a learning curve. You can't just rest on what happened in the past, because things change so quickly now that that's why I think the internet is such a valuable role, because you can get information up very quickly for people to let them know what's really happening.
Great. Well, Sue, thanks very much for taking time out to talk with us and share a little bit about what you do at Lylehaven. For more information, you can visit Lylehaven at www.holsteinworld.com/Lylehaven.
Thanks, Karen.
Okay, Randy, we're just going to go down through some of the box stall cows. These cows stay in these box stalls, one, because they're so big and they can't get up and down in their stalls, and two, a lot of them are some of the show cows and some of the older cows. So this is just one of many good young Damians that we have here at Lylehaven. She's going to calve again for the third time before she reaches her 4th birthday, and bred back to Braxton. She had a Braxton bull the last time, and I really think that it's a great mating to use on this kind of a cow. So that's this cow. She's Lylehaven Daisy. She's very good 88 as a 2-year-old, and mother's an Astri, and then the next dam is a counselor. This is Goldwyn Monia. It's a cow that we just recently purchased at the Bruce Wood sale with Jocelyn Cody in Canada. She's got an excellent 91-point Durham mother. She's a senior 3-year-old for this year. We have flushed her and are now getting her bred back for maybe next year. We will be able to show this cow. Very exciting to have her here in the barn. Just a great cow to work with. As I said, she's very good 88 in Canada. We'll rescore her at the end of the month, in the end of July. This is Cumstar Damien Izzy. She was purchased as a heifer up in a sale in Quebec one spring, and has turned into a fantastic cow. She's a second calf 4-year-old because she was born the 1st of August, and I expect her to probably be an excellent cow here in a few short weeks. Her mother is a very good Triumphant, and the next dam is excellent Sky Chief Isabel that was nominated 2 or 3 times in Canada. This is Welkshade Goldwyn Cleo, excellent 90 at 3 years of age. We purchased her in the Mark Welks, one of his dispersals. This completes 5 generations of excellent cows. And we have 2 Damien daughters by her natural. We'll flush this cow this year, probably for the first time. We really like to develop the cows here at Lylehaven before we really start them on a heavy flush program. And she's milking heavy right now, so later this fall we'll start her. Here we have Lylehaven Leah, which is a Cousteau daughter of Lily, who's excellent 91. She has a Durham daughter that was a 2-year-old last year that was nominated All-Canadian and All-American by Durham. And she has not flushed quite as well as some of the other Lilies, so we don't have quite as many daughters. There is a Damien senior yearling in milk due this fall out of her. And we have flushed her to Sid and I think a Goldwyn son, but that's not coming to me right now. But she's probably one of the milkiest daughters that we have, and she's made 46,000 pounds of milk as a 5-year-old. This here is Lylehaven Lexus. This is Lila Z's full sister. And I know she has a head that only her mama can love, but she is well loved. She's probably been the most prolific cow that we have here at the farm, because every calf that she has been heifer calves, and we have 3 or 4 Goldwyn 2-year-olds milking now that are in. One's in Minnesota, one is in Pennsylvania, one's right here in East Montpelier, and we've got a couple more on the ground here at Lylehaven. I think the one thing about her is that she's milked and she's done everything that we've ever asked her to do, and I think that that's all you can ask. We know she's not a show cow, but she's excellent. She's 91 points, and she's just calved again for her 3rd time. And we'll make a lot more calves out of her. This is Lylehaven Goldwyn Luna Star, which is a Goldwyn daughter out of Lylehaven Lassie. To me, this is what breeding cows is all about. She's fresh 10 days, and she's born 627 and calved at 111. And I'm not sure I've ever calved in a heifer as good as she is right now at this point in her lactation. So to say that we're not excited about what's going on here at Lylehaven right now, we totally are. And I think to me, that's what gets us up every day of the week. So we'll wait and see, and Lassie herself will calve the end of August, and I'm actually looking forward to this fall. Okay, the first cow is just a really good lister, and lister was a bull that we used, and I think they all started out at 79 points, and they all went to be excellent as 3- and 4-year-olds. So there's a case where you don't want to get rid of them too soon. The next cow in the lineup is a Lylehaven Lucifer, which happened to be Lily's first son that we used, which was a Durham son. And I think Ron Hill has told me by far he's the best bull that they ever used at Four Hills Farm. And they probably are milking 400 or 500 daughters. Very consistent, great udders, tremendous cows that want to milk. And the cow next to her is an Advent out of the Lucifer that is just a phenomenal young cow and will calve again this fall. Advent, I think, is a bull that we truly loved using here at Lylehaven and milking because they've just been great cows to work with. Again, an old Durham. It's not really an old Durham, but Durham, again, was probably our favorite bull at this point that we used here at Lylehaven. This is just a row of older cows that we have here at Lylehaven. There's 2 or 3 Durhams. Actually, there's 3 Durhams here that have had between 5 and 7 calves. Then there's another cow that's a champion that's out of a Durham here called Pop Tart. She's going to calve again in September to Damien, and we sold her Damien calf this spring in a sale in Minnesota. So as I said, this side has got the older cows on it that are a lot larger and taller and stuff, and just tremendous cows that love to milk. The first cow here is a brass daughter that's out of an Arrow line that goes back to Plaque's Luke Betsy that we bought in a sale. She probably will be excellent at the end of this month, and just a beautiful cow. Just love working with her and love everything that she does. The next daughter is Starbuck Lily's Advent daughter that we recently purchased in the Bruce Wood sale also. We sold embryos to England and to Canada, and we never got an Advent heifer out of Lily. As I said before, really enjoy milking our Advents. They're really good, super young cows. And then as Randy comes up, we have 2 gold ones. One's out of Laura, one's out of Lassie. And I switched them around. But this is what breeding cows to me is all about. And then they're recently fresh, 2 weeks to 3 weeks, and just truly, truly enjoy working with them. Another bull that I said is my next D bull is Damien, and I don't think they get any better. I suspect their feet and legs will hold up better than Damien or Durham, and tremendous cows that want to milk. It's a great lineup. This is a 2-year-old Aspen daughter out of a 95-point Durham that goes back to Belarus Storm Crystal. Then we have a nice young Goldwyn cow and an Atlas that I don't think he's alive anymore, but he used to be another Durham son out of the Storm that came back to Adine. The black cow here is a Lightning daughter, which is Lila Z's full brother. And the mother is a very good 88-point Shottle, and then it goes back to a 92-point Sky Chief. Tremendous, tremendous young cow.
Hi, we're here at Lylehaven in East Montpelier, Vermont, and we're talking with farm manager Sue Brown on her cows, her marketing program, and anything else you wanted to know about Lylehaven.
Thanks, Karen. This is our favorite cow here at Lylehaven, and I think inquiring minds want to know. Lily, this is their Starbuck Lily. She's 16 years old. Lily, do you have any genomics? Would you like to answer that question? Sure, Mommy.
The answer would be no.
13 excellent daughters right now, and still more to come. She wintered last year at Windy Knoll View, and we have 21 pregnancies coming by 5 different sires starting in September of 2011.
And what are those sires?
L'Authority and Jordan and Fever, Braxton, Gold Chip. All heifers. Good luck, Transova, getting those to me.
So, what made you purchase Lily in the first place?
It was Jerry's 70th birthday party, and Doug and Joan Seidel and I went to Canada to see a really neat 2-year-old with Julian Shabbat, and voila, I bought the cow and came home and gave Jerry a birthday present.
And she's really become the foundation of your entire merchandising program.
Absolutely. There's not a better cow in the world, and once you work with her, you'd understand.
So how do you part with any Lily daughters?
It's easy, because it's fun to watch other people do what we've been able to do with them. And I think that's a really neat thing for people to see what you can do with a really good foundation animal and breed from it and continue to breed from it. This is Lila Z's grandmother.
And where are some of the farthest reaching daughters of Lily?
I don't know.
Are there some in the UK?
Yes. Yes, there are.
And there's some in California?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. I mean, we've sold so many daughters and granddaughters of her. Her latest daughter, that was a Damien, just went 94 points as a third calf.
And Lily's been the highlight of your merchandising program, but also some of your show animals have come from her. You mentioned Lila Z.
Right.
What are some other show daughters from her?
Well, Laura and Lassie are particular because they both calved at about the same time, and actually Lassie's getting ready to calve again at age 12. She's due the 1st of September to Advent.
So future plans for Lily?
We're going to breed her back.
At 16 years of age, she's going to be bred back. That's fabulous.
She likes being in this barn.
Yep.